What if I told you your spiritual evolution does not take thousands of lifetimes, but depends on a nerve inside your spine? Not belief, not philosophy, not rituals, a biological mechanism hidden within your nervous system and perfected by a 19th century householder yogi named Lahiri Mahasaya. This is Kriya Yoga, the lightning path to spiritual evolution. And today, we are breaking down exactly how it rewires fear, breath, and consciousness itself. Since the dawn of human consciousness, we have searched for a shortcut to the divine. We have climbed mountains, fasted in deserts, studied ancient scrolls, all in pursuit of one question. Can the soul's evolution be accelerated? Most spiritual paths are like walking across a continent. They demand lifetimes of discipline and slow incremental change. But the masters tell us there is another way, a lightning path, a way to fly where others still walk. This is Kriya Yoga. Lahiri Mahasaya, the great householder saint, proved that this path was not reserved for monks. It was meant for the ordinary people, living ordinary lives. He described this journey as a series of sacred stages, a ladder of light that transforms the human system from within. The journey does not begin in the mind, it begins in the nervous system. Deep within the brain is a tiny century called the amygdala, the center of primal fear and our survival anxiety. In Kriya Yoga, we start by addressing where fear expresses itself in the body, the solar plexus or the Manipur chakra. Through precise inner resonance, the practitioner stimulates the vagus nerve. The result is somewhat extraordinary, a state of physiological fearlessness. The body becomes calm, the survival alarm quiets, and the seeker can go deeper without any subconscious resistance. At the heart of Kriya Yoga is a silent internal breath. Energy is drawn away from the restless duality of the left and the right brain. The yogis call these forces Ida and Pingala. As awareness enters the Sushumna Nadi, the central channel of the spine, something begins to change. The chakra system starts to clean itself. Psychologically, these centers correspond to fear, desire, attachment, and love. As energy rises through this central column, deep conditioning is released. Generational trauma is recovered from. The yogis call these impressions samskaras, the stored echoes of our past. As the central current stabilizes, the breath becomes subtle, very subtle. The body enters a state of perfect internal harmony. Heart rate variability, or HRV as we call it, synchronizes. The need for oxygen decreases naturally. Lahiri Mahasaya called this state Paravastha, the sacred stillness that remains after the technique ends. Here the breath stops, and when the breath stops, the mind stops with it. And in this silence, a shift occurs in the brain. The right hippocampus awakens, the seat of intuition, insight, direct knowing. This is our doorway to Samadhi. Here, you no longer are a person with name and a story. You are awareness itself, connected to the infinite intelligence that pervades the entire universe. As practice deepens, the senses withdraw completely. Behind closed eyes, an inner vision may appear, a golden ring, a dark velvety field, a single luminous star at the center. By resting our awareness here, the seeker is drawn inwards, pulled, sucked into a vast blackness. Not the darkness of absence, but the darkness of infinite potential. This is the field of Siddhis, latent spiritual powers, and more importantly, direct communion with divine, within and everywhere. You may be wondering, is this path for me? Kriya Yoga is for the householder yogi, for those who live in the world, who work, who raise families, yet feel an unshakable hunger for the truth. It is not for belief, it is not for theory, it is for direct experience. But it requires readiness, a body prepared, a nervous system refined, and a heart willing to be guided by lineage. Honoring those who proved that enlightenment is possible without abandoning life in this particular lifetime. Kriya ends as it begins, in silence. But it is a changed silence. The energy is integrated, the system is recharged, and the soul moves one step closer to its true home. Kriya Yoga is the science of returning to yourself, and the door is always open for those who are ready to knock. If something in you stirred while listening to this, if a quiet recognition arose, not as belief, but as remembrance, then this path is already touching you. You don't need to escape the world. You don't need to become someone else. You only need the willingness to sit, to listen, and to explore what has always been moving within your breath and spine. The journey does not begin tomorrow or in another lifetime. It begins the moment you turn inward and ask with sincerity, who am I?